start of this chart to rhyme. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shits. Start of this. Subscribe for more things.
I didn't think he had no damn articulation. Absolutely none. Hey, what's up, you guys? Sharpness Prime here doing another Transformers figure review on the Transformers Generations Hoist figure. This is a deluxe class figure that just recently came out. It's somewhat hard to come by. If you're looking for your Transformers and you can't find them at retail, I suggest you go to Big Bad Toy Store.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's his packaging. It says Hoist, Autobot, Alt Mode, Robot Mode, Comic Book, Name, Transformers. Here's his stats over here, more pictures, and here's his bio. So if you want to read that, go ahead and pause it right now. $13 for all of that, man. Now, first off, this is the comic book that he comes with right over here, which I did read, which is a very nice read, by the way. So check that out. Nice artwork inside here. Looks pretty cool. The comic mostly stars Hoist, Sunstreaker, Swerve, and half of a Perceptor that's hanging upside down from the ceiling. I was looking through the credits and stuff, and it looks like they just made this comic for the figure itself, which is cool, man. I mean, $13. I really like the price point on this. This is very cool, because it's been for some time now that we've been getting deluxe class figures from Transformers that have been scaled down a little bit, but the price has not been scaled down at all whatsoever. So that has been kind of sucking, and it's awesome that they've actually brought it down to $13. I feel like this is a hell of a deal. So let's take a close look at his gun over here. This is not only his gun, but this is also his hoist. You can just unfold it like that and it comes apart pretty easily. Then you have the hook right there. So that's cool. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this thing. I don't mind how it looks as a gun. It's not too bad, really. It's just that it doesn't really fit into his hands very well. It's very loose. It just flops right out, and that kind of sucks. Goes okay over, no, see, even if you put it up top over here, it just spins around. So that is incredibly loose. One thing that is kind of cool about it, though, is that if you don't want him holding his gun, you can plug it in a couple of different areas over here. You can have it stored like that, which is still a bit loose. You can have it sitting up top over here like I showed, or you could have it plugged into his butt. Yeah, butt gun, which is cool. You could still move the waist around a little bit also, so that's pretty nice. You could also plug the hoist into his forearms, but it's just loose in all ports. Yep, even right here. So that just sucks. I like the face sculpt on this figure. It looks pretty cool. It actually reminds me of a combiner, like a G1 combiner head, just how boxed off it is. Now, I don't have a G1 hoist to compare the face sculpt to, but this is pretty G1 accurate, I think, especially having this face guard over here, which is nice. Nice silver paint applications over here. He has clear yellow eyes for this little thing of light piping that sits at the bottom over here. It would have been nice if they had put it up at the top. The light piping just doesn't work, especially because he has this thing over here, which I think is better for Trailbreaker. There's a Trailbreaker that just came out that's the same exact mold as this. Well, different head sculpt, of course, but, you know, I thought this was Trailbreaker's thing, but in the comic it shows Hoist right here with this guy. I like to leave it up, though, just because I don't remember Hoist having this thing over here, but the paint applications on this are pretty nice. I like the silver paint. I like the solid green paint going throughout the whole figure too. You have some silver paint apps over here. Looks pretty good. Here's the grill. I like the orange. So nice color scheme overall. There's a nice silver paint apps again. Here's his lower torso, hoist crotch, hoist legs, hoist knees, and tiny little hoist feet. Here's a look at the back of the figure. I like how they have those heels right over there. That worked out pretty well. It's not like it's too empty back here or anything. I think it's a pretty solid figure. I actually really like this figure. Now, his articulation isn't too bad. Like I said, you can move this up and down over here, which isn't too shabby. His head moves side to side. You can't really get it to move up and down. I guess due to the transformation, you can get him to look up a little bit, but I don't know, it doesn't really count, really. He has shoulders that move outward, they move forward over here, and he also has an elbow swivel right there. His elbow bends, and his wrists don't rotate at all, which is kind of a bummer, but oh well, I kind of wish they did. He has waist articulation, his legs move outwards, they move forward, they bend at the knee, and that's pretty much about it. I guess you could get his toes moving downward a little bit and up a little bit, but you know, no rotation right here underneath the knee at all whatsoever. So this Hoist figure stands over 5 inches tall. I want to say 5.5 inches tall. And here he is next to Trail Cutter or Trail Breaker. They do have the same mold as I had mentioned before. And for you Marvel fans, here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Here he is next to Transformers Classics, Optimus Prime, and Bumblebee. I think he fits in perfect scale. I really like this. And here he is next to fellow Cybertron Jazz, which is kind of random, but I'm making my point here that this Jazz figure right here is like 15 to 16 bucks at retail, and he does not come with a comic, and he is shorter than Hoist over here. So that's why I really feel like this is truly a great deal. So even though the transformation is not entirely complex, I'm still gonna have Bumblebee help me out. Will you take us away, Bumblebee? First off, he doesn't roll very well. You can see the front tires over here aren't really moving. That's a bit frustrating. That kind of sucks. The way it works over here is that the tires are split right here. It's kind of like what we saw on the Masterpiece Lambor figure, except that was on the rear tires, but it's a half tire. And this just isn't rolling too well. It just stops. You can see where it stops, right? So it doesn't roll too well. Plus, his hook thingy over here, or his tow hook, it's supposed to plug into the very back right over there. And it kind of, you can't really push it in all the way without it lifting up the cab of the vehicle, so that kind of sucks. And he's quite small too, man. For how he looked in his robot mode, this vehicle mode is actually quite small. To give you some comparisons, here he is to Classics Bumblebee. You saw how Classics Bumblebee, his robot mode was actually shorter than Hoist, but this is actually, you know, this is a longer vehicle mode. I don't have him transformed very well, but you can see it right there, you know. Bumblebee is longer than Hoist, so yep, it's official. Here he is compared to the Generations Triple Changer Springer, which I just busted out because I wanted a chance to play with the figure. So you can see the size comparison right there. Hoist, again, being, you know, definitely a lot smaller than this guy over here. And then my final complaint about this alt mode is that his head don't go down. His head don't go down. It's so frustrating. It's like I feel like if I push anymore, I'm gonna snap something. I do not have this problem on Trail Cutter, only on Hoist, so that sucks. But you know, I kind of like the paint. You know, the paint scheme is pretty cool and everything. Not much different. Like they add the silver right here to the Autobot logo. It's not just white and red. I like silver right there. Kind of makes pretend it's a sticker. You have the clear blue windows coming on over here. I like this metallic paint. I actually kind of wish the whole figure had this metallic look, but I also do like this flat green. They painted this blue translucent plastic over here with this green, so that's probably just why it looks like that. Then this guy just keeps falling off over here. No tail lights painted on at all whatsoever. The hubcaps look alright, and you have these emergency symbols over here on the sides. Not really a whole lot going on with this alt mode. Not a big fan of it, but I do like the robot mode. So, you know, if you see it at retail, go ahead, pick it up. He will cost you a little bit more at Big Bad Toy Store. I think this figure is considered hard to get, so I think that's why. So, anyway, that's my review, guys. I hope you dig it, and I'll catch you later. Peace. Okay. Ah, shit.